Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will. These words, echoing through the chambers of time, hold the key to unlocking your true potential. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly manifest their dreams while others struggle to make even the smallest changes? The answer lies not in external circumstances, but within the vast landscape of your own mind. Until if I told you that in just 1 week you could completely transform your life, that by adopting 5 simple habits, you could set in motion a series of events that would alter the very fabric of your reality. It may sound too good to be true, but I assure you, it is not only possible, but inevitable, if you are willing to open your mind and embrace the power that resides within you. Think back to a moment when you achieved something you once thought impossible. Perhaps it was landing your dream job, overcoming a fear, or accomplishing a personal goal. How did you feel in that moment of triumph, that surge of confidence, that unshakable belief in yourself? That is the essence of what we will explore today. Now close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to relax. As you do, I want you to imagine your ideal life. See it clearly in your mind's eye. What does it look like? How does it feel? Who are you in this perfect version of your reality? Hold that image in your mind. Feel the emotions associated with living that life. The joy, the fulfillment, the sense of purpose. This, my friends, is the first step towards creating lasting change in your life. For you see, everything that exists in our world began first as a thought, an idea, a spark of imagination. But imagination alone is not enough. It must be coupled with unwavering belief and consistent action. This is where our 5 transformative habits come into play. These are not mere tricks or quick fixes. They are foundational principles that, when applied diligently, have the power to reshape. As we embark on this exploration together, I urge you to approach these concepts with an open mind and a willing heart. The truths we will uncover may challenge your current beliefs about the nature of reality and your place within it. But I assure you, if you embrace these principles wholeheartedly, you will witness a transformation so profound that you will scarcely recognize your old self. Consider the caterpillar confined to the ground, inching along day after day. It knows nothing of flight, of soaring through the air with vibrant wings, and yet within its DNA is the blueprint for a complete metamorphosis. In much the same way, you carry within you the seeds of your own transformation. All that is required is the right condition for those seeds to sprout and flourish. These 5 habits we will explore are like the nurturing soil, the life-giving water, and the warm sunlight that will allow your true self to emerge. They will help you shed the limitations of your current reality and step into a world of infinite possibility. But I must warn you, this journey is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, commitment, and a willingness to challenge everything you think you know about yourself and the world around you. You'll be called upon to examine your deepest beliefs, to question your most ingrained habits, and to step boldly into the unknown. The path ahead may not always be easy. There will be moments of doubt, of fear, of uncertainty. But I promise you this, if you apply these principles with unwavering dedication, you will emerge on the other side transformed in ways you never thought possible. So I ask you now, are you ready to take this leap? Are you prepared to leave behind the comfortable confines of your current existence and step into a life of boundless potential? If your answer is yes, then lean in close and listen carefully, for I'm about to share with you the 5 habits that have the power to change your life in just 1 week. Remember, the power to create the life you desire has always resided within you. These habits are simply the keys that will unlock that power. allowing it to flow freely and manifest in your external reality. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you will begin to see evidence of your innate creative abilities all around you. But before we delve into these transformative habits, I want you to make a solemn promise to yourself. Promise that you will approach this journey with an open mind and a willing heart. Promise that you will give these principles a fair chance, applying them consistently for at least one full week before passing judgment. Can you make that commitment to yourself? Excellent. With that commitment in place, let us begin our exploration of the first habit, a practice so fundamental, so powerful, that it forms the very foundation of all creation. This habit is the key that will unlock the door to your limitless potential, allowing you to step into a world where your thoughts shape your reality with astonishing precision. Are you ready to discover this transformative practice? Are you prepared to harness the incredible power that has been lying dormant within you all? Then listen closely, for I am about to reveal the first of our 5 life-changing habits, a practice that will revolutionize the way you perceive and interact with the world around you. The first habit, the cornerstone of our transformation, is the profound and often misunderstood power of imagination. This faculty, which resides within each of us, is the very essence of creation itself. It is through imagination that all things come into being, from the simplest inventions to the grandest achievements of humanity. Consider for a moment the world around you. Every object, every structure, every innovation began as a mere thought in someone's mind. The chair you sit on, the roof over your head, the clothes on your back, all were once nothing more than figments of imagination. This truth extends far beyond the physical realm, encompassing the intangible aspects of our lives as well. Our relationships, our careers, our very identities are shaped by the images we hold in our mind. But how often do we truly harness this incredible power? How frequently do we consciously direct our imagination towards the life we desire? For most, imagination has become a passive faculty used primarily for daydreaming or escaping reality. But I tell you now, it is so much more than that. Imagination is the workshop wherein you craft your future. To truly grasp the transformative potential of imagination, we must first understand its nature. Imagination is not mere fantasy or wishful thinking. It is a creative force, a bridge between the unseen world of potential and the manifest world of form. When you imagine, you are not simply entertaining idle thoughts. You are engaging in the first step of creation. The subconscious mind, that vast reservoir of power within you, does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is actually experienced in the physical world. It accepts as real whatever you impress upon it with feeling and conviction. This is the key to understanding why some people seem to effortlessly manifest their desires, while others struggle to create even minor changes in their lives. Those who have mastered the art of imagination know that to create change in the outer world, one must first create it in the inner world of the mind. They understand that the images they hold in their consciousness, imbued with emotion and belief, will inevitably find expression in their external reality. Now, you might be wondering, how can I apply this principle in my own life? How can I use imagination to create tangible changes in just 1 week? The answer lies in a simple yet powerful practice that I call conscious imagining. Each day, for the next week, I want you to set aside at least 15 minutes for this practice. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, close your eyes, and relax your body completely. Take several deep breaths, allowing tension to melt away with each exhalation. As you enter a state of calm relaxation, begin to construct in your mind a vivid scene that represents your desire fulfilled. For example, if your goal is to secure a promotion at work, imagine yourself sitting in your new office. See the details clearly, the view from your window, the feel of your new chair, the respect in your colleagues' eyes as they congratulate you. Hear the conversations, feel the sense of accomplishment and pride. Make the scene as real and as detailed as possible. The key here is not just to see these images, but to feel them. Engage all your senses. What does success smell like, taste like? How does it feel in your body? The more real you can make this imagined scene, the more powerful its impact on your subconscious mind. As you practice this conscious imagining, you may notice resistance arising. Doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs may surface. This is natural, and in fact, a crucial part of the process. These negative thoughts and feelings are simply old patterns rising to the surface to be acknowledged and released. Do not fight them or try to push them away. Instead, observe them with detachment, thank them for their message, and gently return your focus to your imagined scene. Remember, the goal is not to force or strain, but to relax into the feeling of your desire fulfilled. Allow yourself to bask in the joy, the satisfaction, the sense of accomplishment that comes with achieving your goal. The more you can maintain this feeling throughout your day, the more rapidly you will see changes manifesting in your external world. Now, some of you may be thinking, this sounds too simple. How can merely imagining something change my life? And to that I say, do not underestimate the power of this practice. The greatest minds throughout history have understood and utilized this principle. They knew that imagination, coupled with faith and persistence, is the most potent creative force in the universe. Think of it this way. Your current life, in all its aspects, is the result of your past imaginings. The thoughts you've habitually entertained, the mental images you've repeatedly focused on, have shaped your present reality by consciously directing your imagination toward your desired outcome. You are literally reprogramming your subconscious mind and, by extension, reshaping your future. But here's the crucial point. This is not a passive process. Conscious imagining is not about sitting back and waiting for your desires to magically appear. It is about aligning your entire being, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, with the reality you wish to create. As you engage in this practice, you will find yourself naturally inspired to take actions that support your vision. Opportunities will seem to arise out of nowhere, guiding you towards your goal. Let me share with you a personal anecdote that illustrates the power of this practice. Years ago, I found myself in a situation that seemed hopeless. I was struggling financially, my relationships were strained, and I felt lost and purposeless. But in the depths of my despair, I remembered this principle. Every night, before sleep, I would close my eyes and vividly imagine myself living the life I desired. I saw myself financially abundant, surrounded by loving relationships, engaged in fulfilling work. I felt the joy. The peace, the sense of purpose that came with this imagined reality. At first, it felt like I was lying to myself. The contrast between my imagined scene and my current reality was stark. But I persisted night after night, week after week. Slowly but surely, things began to shift. Ideas for improving my financial situation seemed to pop into my head out of nowhere. My interactions with others became more positive, leading to improved relationships. Opportunities for meaningful work started to present themselves. Within a few months, my external reality had transformed to match the inner vision I had so carefully cultivated. The outer world is a reflection of our inner world. By changing the images we hold in our minds, we change the trajectory of our life. This is not wishful thinking or naive optimism. It is a practical application of universal law. As you practice conscious imagining over the next week, pay close attention to the shifts that occur both within you and in your external circumstances. You may notice subtle changes at first. A lift in your mood, a burst of inspiration, a coincidental meeting that leads to an opportunity. These are signs that your imagination is beginning to reshape your reality. But don't stop there. As you see evidence of your creative power manifesting in your life. Let it fuel your faith and intensify your practice. The more you exercise your imagination in this conscious, directed way, the more natural and effortless it becomes. Soon, you'll find yourself living in a state of constant creation, where your dominant thoughts and feelings are continually shaping your experience of life. Remember, the power of imagination is not limited to achieving specific goals or manifesting material desires. It is a tool for complete life transformation. Use it to reimagine every aspect of your existence. Your health, your relationships, your spiritual connection, your contribution to the world. There are no limits to what you can create, save those you impose upon yourself. As we conclude this exploration of the first habit, I urge you to commit fully to this practice of conscious imagining. Make it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Treat it with the same importance you would give to any crucial appointment or responsibility. For in truth, there is no more important task than the conscious creation of your life. In the coming days, as you immerse yourself in this practice, you will begin to feel a shift in your very being. A sense of empowerment, of limitless potential will start to permeate your consciousness. This is the awakening of your true creative power. The alignment of your conscious mind with the infinite potential of your subconscious. Embrace this feeling. Let it infuse every moment of your day. For as you step into this new awareness, you open yourself to the second transformative habit, a practice that will take your creative power to even greater heights. Are you ready to deepen your understanding and expand your mastery over your life? Then let us move forward, for the journey has only just begun. The second habit, which we call living in the end, builds upon the foundation of conscious imagination we've already established. To truly grasp the essence of this practice, we must first understand a fundamental truth about the nature of time and reality. In the realm of spirit, in the world of pure potential from which all things emerge, there is no past or future. There is only the eternal now. This might seem abstract or difficult to comprehend at first, but as we delve deeper into this concept, you'll begin to see how it can be applied practically to create rapid and lasting change in your life. Living in the end means inhabiting the consciousness of your desire fulfilled. It's not about visualizing a future event or longing for something to happen someday. Instead, it's about stepping into the feeling, the knowing, the absolute certainty that what you desire is already yours, here and now. Think for a moment about a goal you're currently working towards. Perhaps it's a new career, improved health, or a harmonious relationship. Now, ask yourself this. How would you feel if that goal were already achieved? What would your thoughts be like? How would you carry yourself? What kind of conversations would you have? This state of being, this consciousness of the wish fulfilled, is what we mean by living in the end. The power of this practice lies in its ability to bridge the gap between your current reality and your desired state. When you consistently inhabit the consciousness of your desire fulfilled, you align your entire being, your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that reality. This alignment creates a magnetic force that draws your external circumstances into harmony with your inner state. Now, you might be wondering, how is this different from the imagination exercise we discussed earlier? The key distinction lies in the persistence and pervasiveness of the state. Well, conscious imagination is a focused practice that you engage in for set periods each day. Living in the end is a constant state of being that you maintain throughout your waking hours. To illustrate this principle, let's consider the example of someone who desires financial abundance. In the practice of conscious imagination, they might spend 15 minutes each day visualizing themselves in a state of wealth, seeing their bank account filled with money, imagining the feeling of financial security, picturing themselves making generous donations or investments. But in living in the end, they would carry this consciousness with them throughout their day. They would make decisions from the perspective of a wealthy person. They would feel the confidence and ease that comes with financial abundance. They would speak about money in a way that reflects their new reality. This might sound challenging, even impossible, given the apparent contradictions between your desired state and your current reality. But remember, we're operating from the understanding that time is an illusion, that all potential realities exist simultaneously in the eternal now. Your task is simply to choose which reality you will inhabit in your consciousness. But you might argue, how can I feel wealthy when my bank account is empty? How can I feel healthy when my body is in pain? Isn't this just self-deception? These are natural questions, and they bring us to a crucial point in understanding this practice. Living in the end is not about denying your current circumstances or pretending that things are different than they appear. It's about recognizing a deeper truth, that your external reality is a reflection of your inner state. By choosing to inhabit the consciousness of your desire fulfilled, you are initiating a shift at the most fundamental level of creation. Consider the life of any great achiever throughout history. Before their external circumstances changed, before they attained fame or success or made their mark on the world, they first had to inhabit the consciousness of that achievement. The inventor had to think like a successful inventor. The leader had to embody the qualities of leadership. The artist had to see themselves as a great creator. Often long before there was any external evidence to support these identities. This principle applies equally to your life, regardless of your specific goals or desires. Whether you seek improved health, loving relationships, professional success, or spiritual enlightenment, the path to manifestation always begins with inhabiting the consciousness of that state. So how do we put this principle into practice? How do we live in the end in a way that creates tangible results in just 1 week? The key lies in consistent moment-to-moment awareness and choice. Begin by clearly defining the end. State you wish to inhabit. What is the essence of your desire? How would you feel if it were already fulfilled? What thoughts would occupy your mind? How would you interact with others? Be as specific and detailed as possible in defining the state of consciousness. Next, make a commitment to yourself that for the next week, you will persistently return to this state of consciousness, regardless of external circumstances. This doesn't mean ignoring your current reality or neglecting necessary action. It means choosing again and again to align your inner state as you move through your day. Continually ask yourself, how would I think, feel, and act if my desire were already fulfilled? Then, to the best of your ability, embody that state. Speak the words. Make the choices. Carry yourself with the confidence and certainty of someone who already has what you seek. This practice requires vigilance and persistence. You'll likely find that your old patterns of thought and emotion, based on your current circumstances, will try to reassert themselves. When this happens, gently but firmly redirect your consciousness back to the end state. Remember, you're not fighting against your current reality. You're simply choosing to inhabit a different state of consciousness. As you persist in this practice, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in your external world. Opportunities that align with your desired state may present themselves. Your interactions with others may take on a different quality. You may find yourself inspired to take actions that you wouldn't have considered before. These changes, however small they may seem at first, are evidence that your practice is working. They are the first ripples of a wave of transformation that you've set in motion through your commitment to living in the end. It's important to note that this practice is not about forcing outcomes or manipulating external circumstances. It's about aligning yourself with the natural creative forces of the universe. When you consistently inhabit the consciousness of your desire fulfilled, you open yourself to receive the inspirations, opportunities, and resources necessary for its manifestation. As the week progresses, you may face moments of doubt or discouragement. This is natural and to be expected. The key is to not let these moments derail your practice. Instead, see them as opportunities to deepen your commitment and strengthen your faith. Remember, the outer world may not change overnight, but by persistently living in the end, you are creating a new pattern in your subconscious mind, a pattern that will inevitably express itself in your external reality. This practice of living in the end is not just about achieving specific goals or manifesting particular desires. It's about fundamentally shifting your relationship with reality itself. As you master this habit, you'll find that you're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. Instead, you become the conscious creator of your life experience. Moreover, as you consistently inhabit higher states of consciousness, states of abundance, love, peace, and fulfillment, you'll find that your desires themselves begin to evolve. You may discover that what you truly seek is not the specific outcome you initially imagined, but the state of being that outcome represents. As we concluded our exploration of this second transformative habit, I encourage you to approach it with an open mind and a willing heart. Living in the end may challenge your current beliefs about the nature of reality and your place within it. But if you commit to this practice wholeheartedly, even for just 1 week, you'll witness a shift in your life so profound that you'll never want to return to your old ways of thinking and being. And as you step into this new way of engaging with reality, you'll find yourself naturally drawn to our third transformative habit, a practice that will further amplify your creative power and accelerate your journey of transformation. Are you ready to deepen your understanding and expand your mastery over your life experience? Then, let us move forward, for we are about to unlock yet another powerful key to rapid and lasting change. This is the law of assumption, a concept that, once fully grasped and applied, has the potential to revolutionize every aspect of your life. The law of assumption states, quite simply, that your assumptions about reality become your reality. In other words, what you believe to be true, what you accept as fact in your mind, inevitably manifests in your external world. This law is not a mere theory or philosophical concept. It is a practical, demonstrable principle that operates continuously in your life, whether you're aware of it or not. To understand the profound implications of this law, we must first recognize that our perception of reality is not objective. We do not see the world as it is. We see it as we are, our beliefs, expectations. And assumptions act as filters through which we interpret and experience the world around us. Consider for a moment how this plays out in your daily life. Have you ever noticed that when you assume someone doesn't like you, you tend to interpret their actions in a way that confirms this belief? Or how when you expect a day to go poorly, you seem to encounter one frustration after another? This is the law of assumption at work. Here's the crucial point. This law operates not just on a psychological level, influencing our perceptions and interpretations, but on a fundamental level, shaping the very fabric of our reality. Your assumptions, held with conviction, create the conditions necessary for their own fulfillment. Now, you might be wondering, how is this different from positive thinking or wishful thinking? The key distinction lies in the depth and totality of the assumption. It's not about merely hoping for a positive outcome or trying to convince yourself that things will be okay. It's about fully embodying the assumption, accepting it as an unquestionable fact, to the point where any contrary evidence seems impossible or irrelevant. To illustrate this principle, let's consider an example. Imagine two individuals who desire financial abundance. The first engages in positive thinking, repeating affirmations like money comes easily to me or visualizing wealth. While these practices can be beneficial, they often come from a place of lack, an acknowledgement that abundance is not yet present. The second individual, however, fully embraces the law of assumption. They don't hope or visualize abundance. They assume it as an irrefutable fact of their existence. They think, feel, and act from the absolute conviction that abundance is their natural state. This assumption permeates every aspect of their being, coloring their perceptions, decisions, and actions. Which approach, you think, is more likely to manifest real change? The power of the law of assumption lies in its ability to shift your entire state of being, aligning you with the reality you desire at the most fundamental level. But how do we put this law into practice? How can we harness its power to create tangible changes in our lives within just 1 week? The key lies in conscious, persistent assumption. Begin by identifying a desire or goal that you wish to manifest. Now, instead of seeing this as something you want to achieve in the future, assume that it is already an established fact of your reality. This is crucial. You're not working towards this desire. You're operating from the assumption that it's already true. For the next week, make this assumption the foundation of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. When you wake up in the morning, greet the day with the certainty that your desire is fulfilled. As you go about your daily activities, make choices, and interact with others from this assumed state. This practice requires vigilance and persistence. You'll likely find that your old assumptions based on your current circumstances or past experiences will try to reassert themselves. When this happens, gently but firmly return to your new assumption. Remember, you're not denying your current reality. You're choosing to align yourself with a deeper truth. As you persist in this practice, you may notice subtle shifts in your external world. Opportunities that align with your assumed state may present themselves. Your interactions with others may take on a different quality. You may find yourself inspired to take actions that you wouldn't have considered before. These changes, however small they may seem at first, are evidence that your assumption is beginning to reshape your reality. They are the first manifestations of the new world you're creating through your assumed state. It's important to note that this practice is not about forcing outcomes or manipulating external circumstances. It's about aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe. When you fully embody an assumption, you open yourself to receive the inspirations, opportunities, and resources necessary for its manifestation. As the week progresses, you may face moments of doubt or discouragement. This is natural and to be expected. The key is to not let these moments shake your assumption. Instead, see them as opportunities to deepen your conviction and strengthen your faith in the law. Remember, the outer world may not change overnight, but by persistently assuming your desire as fact, you are creating a new pattern in your subconscious mind, a pattern that will inevitably express itself in your external reality. This practice of conscious assumption is not just about achieving specific goals or manifesting particular desires. It's about fundamentally shifting your relationship with reality itself. As you master this habit, you'll find that you're no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. Instead, you become the conscious creator of your life experience. Moreover, as you consistently assume higher states of being, states of abundance, love, peace, and fulfillment, you may discover that what you truly seek is not the specific outcome you initially imagined, but the state of being that outcome represents. As we conclude our exploration of this third transformative habit, I encourage you to approach it with an open mind and a willing heart. The law of assumption may challenge your current beliefs about the nature of reality and your place within it. But if you commit to this practice wholeheartedly, even for just 1 week, you will witness a shift in your life so profound that you'll never want to return to your old ways of thinking and being. And as you step into this new way of engaging with reality, you find yourself naturally drawn to integrate all three habits we've explored: conscious imagination, living in the end, and the law of assumption. Together, these practices form a powerful triad of creation capable of transforming every aspect of your life. Are you ready to take full control of your reality? Are you prepared to assume the life you truly desire? Then let this be the moment you fully embrace your creative power, for the life you've always dreamed of is waiting for you to assume it. As we continue our exploration of these transformative habits, we find ourselves at the threshold of a powerful dual practice that has the potential to reshape not only your future, but also your past and present. This fourth habit, which combines the techniques of revision and mental diet, offers a comprehensive approach to personal transformation that addresses both your external experiences and your internal thought patterns. Let's begin with revision. This practice is based on the understanding that time is not a fixed linear progression, but a fluid construct that can be reshaped by consciousness. Revision allows you to literally rewrite your past experiences in your mind, changing not only your memory of events, but also their impact on your present and future. You might be wondering, how can changing my memory of past events have any real effect? The answer lies in the nature of reality itself. Your current experiences and future possibilities are shaped by your beliefs, expectations, and emotional patterns, all of which are heavily influenced by your past experiences. By revising these experiences, you're not merely engaging in wishful thinking. You're actively reshaping the foundation upon which your reality is built. To practice revision, choose a recent event or experience that you found unpleasant or unsatisfying. It could be a disagreement with a loved one, a professional setback, or any situation that left you feeling negative emotions. Now close your eyes and replay the scene in your mind. But this time, change the details. See the event unfolding in the way you would have preferred. Feel the positive emotions associated with this new version of events. Engage all your senses to make this revised scene as vivid and real as possible. The key to effective revision is to fully immerse yourself in this new version of events to the point where it feels more real and vivid than your original memory. As you practice this consistently, you'll find that your emotional responses to the original event begin to shift. The negative charge dissipates, replaced by the positive feelings associated with your revised version. But revision isn't just about changing isolated events. When practiced regularly, it becomes a powerful tool for reshaping your entire personal history. You can revise not just recent experiences, but long-standing patterns and beliefs. By consistently revisiting and revising key moments from your past, you can literally rewrite your personal narrative, creating a new foundation for your present and future experiences. Now, let's turn our attention to the second component of this transformative habit, the mental diet. If revision is about reshaping your past, the mental diet is about consciously curating your present thoughts and mental state. The concept of a mental diet is based on the principle that your thoughts are the building blocks of your reality. Just as the food you eat becomes the cells of your body, the thoughts you entertain become the substance of your life experience. A mental diet, then, is a conscious practice of selecting and focusing on thoughts that align with your desired reality while eliminating or transforming thoughts that don't serve you. To begin your mental diet, become acutely aware of your thought patterns throughout the day. Notice the quality and content of your inner dialogue. Are your thoughts predominantly positive or negative? Do they support your goals and desires, or do they undermine them? This awareness is the first step in transforming your mental landscape. Once you've developed this awareness, the next step is to consciously choose thoughts that align with your desired reality. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's about reframing your perspective to focus on solutions, possibilities, and desired outcomes. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough for this job," consciously replace that thought with, "I'm constantly growing and improving my skills." If you catch yourself worrying about finances, shift your focus to thoughts of abundance and financial well-being. The key is to make these new thoughts feel natural and believable to you. as you practice your mental diet. You may find it challenging at first. Old thought patterns can be persistent, and negative thoughts may try to reassert themselves. When this happens, don't judge or criticize yourself. Simply acknowledge the unwanted thought and gently replace it with one that serves you better. Remember, this is a practice, and like any skill, it improves with consistent effort. The power of combining revision and mental diet lies in their complementary nature. Revision allows you to reshape your past, creating a new foundation for your present thoughts and beliefs. The mental diet, in turn, helps you maintain and reinforce this new foundation by consciously curating your present mental state. Together, these practices create a powerful feedback loop of positive transformation. As you revise your past experiences, you'll find it easier to maintain a positive mental diet. And as your mental diet improves, you'll naturally begin to create experiences that require less revision. So, how can you implement these practices to see tangible results in just 1 week? Start by setting aside time each evening for revision. Choose one event from your day to revise, creating a new, preferred version of that experience in your mind. Engage with this revised version fully, allowing yourself to feel the positive emotions associated with it. Simultaneously, commit to maintaining a strict mental diet throughout your day. Be vigilant about your thoughts, consciously choosing to focus on ideas and perspectives that support your goals and desired reality. When negative or unhelpful thoughts arise, gently but firmly, as you persist in these practices over the course of a week, you may begin to notice subtle shifts in your experiences and perceptions. You might find yourself reacting differently to situations that would have previously upset you. You may notice new opportunities presenting themselves, aligning with your revised past and cultivated thoughts. Remember, the goal isn't to create a fantasy world or to deny the challenges of life. Rather, it's to take conscious control of your inner world, recognizing it as the source and substance of your outer experience. By revising your past and curating your present thoughts, you're actively participating in the creation of your reality. As we conclude our exploration of this fourth transformative habit, I encourage you to approach it with an open mind and a commitment to consistent practice. The combination of revision and mental diet may challenge your current beliefs about the nature of time, memory, and the relationship between your thoughts and your reality. But if you embrace these practices wholeheartedly, even for just 1 week, you'll begin to experience a level of personal power and creative control that you may have never thought possible. And as you integrate this habit with the others we've explored, conscious imagination, living in the end, and the law of assumption, you'll find yourself equipped with a comprehensive toolkit for rapid and profound personal transformation. Are you ready to take control of your past, present, and future? Are you prepared to curate your mental world with the same care and intention you bring to other aspects of your life? Then let this be the moment you fully embrace your power to revise, reframe, and recreate your entire life experience. As we continue our exploration of these transformative habits, we arrive at a principle that serves as the bedrock of all personal growth and manifestance. This fifth habit is not just a standalone practice, but the vital force that breathes life into all the other habits we've discussed. It's the unwavering commitment that turns fleeting ideas into concrete realities. Persistence in this context is not mere stubbornness or blind repetition. It's a steadfast adherence to your chosen path, a refusal to be swayed by temporary setbacks or apparent failures. It's the quiet confidence that keeps you moving forward, even when the external world seems to offer no evidence of progress. Faith, on the other hand, is not blind belief or wishful thinking. It's a deep, unshakable knowing that what you desire is not only possible but inevitable. It's the ability to see the unseen, to hold firm to your vision even when your physical senses tell you otherwise. Together, persistence and faith form a powerful synergy that can overcome any obstacle and bridge any gap between your current reality and your desired state of being. But why are persistence and faith so crucial? The answer lies in the nature of manifestation itself. When you set an intention or begin to imagine a new reality, you're essentially planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Like any seed, it needs time, nourishment, and the right conditions. Persistence provides the consistent care and attention this seed needs. It's the daily watering, the regular tending that ensures your intention doesn't wither away in the face of doubt or distraction. Faith, meanwhile, is the sunlight that warms the soil and coaxes the seed to sprout. It's the unwavering belief that even when you can't see the growth happening beneath the surface, your seed is taking root and will eventually break through to the light. Now, you might be wondering, how can I cultivate this level of persistence and faith, especially when faced with challenges or setbacks? The key lies in understanding that persistence and faith are not just actions but states of being. They're not something you do. They're something you become. To embody persistence, start by setting a clear intention for what you want to achieve or manifest. Make this intention as specific and vivid as possible. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Make it real to all your senses. Then commit to taking at least one action every day that aligns with this intention. It doesn't matter how small this action is. What matters is the consistency, the daily reinforcement of your commitment. As for faith, begin by recognizing that it's not something you need to acquire or develop. It's an innate quality that you simply need to uncover and strengthen. Start by reflecting on past experiences where you successfully manifested your desires or overcome significant challenges. Recall the feeling of certainty you had, even in the face of doubt or opposition. This is your natural state of faith. To strengthen this faith, immerse yourself in the feeling of your desire fulfilled. Don't just visualize it, or feel it with every fiber of your being. Let this feeling permeate your thoughts, your emotions, your very self. The more real you can make it feel, the stronger your faith becomes. As you practice persistence and faith over the course of a week, you may encounter doubts, fears, or apparent setbacks. This is natural and to be expected. In fact, these challenges are often signs that you're on the right track, that your old patterns and beliefs are being uprooted to make way for the new. When doubts arise, don't fight them or try to push them away. Instead, acknowledge them, then gently but firmly return to your state of persistence and faith. Remember, you're not denying reality. You're choosing to align with a deeper truth, a truth that exists beyond your current circumstances. One powerful way to reinforce your persistence and faith is through affirmations. Create a short, powerful statement that encapsulates your unwavering commitment and belief. It might be something like, I persist in faith, knowing that my desire is already fulfilled. Repeat this affirmation throughout your day, especially when you feel your resolve wavering. Another effective technique is to keep a persistence and faith journal. Each day, write down at least one action you took toward your goal and one piece of evidence, no matter how small, that supports your faith. This practice not only reinforces your commitment, but also trains your mind to look for signs of progress and alignment. As you integrate this habit of persistence and faith with the others we've explored, conscious imagination, living in the end, the law of assumption, revision, and mental diet, you'll find that they all support and enhance each other. Your persistence will make your imaginal acts more potent. Your faith will make living in the end feel more natural. Your revised past and curated thoughts will provide a stronger foundation for your unwavering belief. Remember, the practice of persistence and faith is not about forcing outcomes or manipulating external circumstances. It's about aligning yourself so completely with your desired reality that its manifestation becomes inevitable. It's about becoming so convinced of the truth of your vision that the physical world has no choice but to conform to it. As we conclude our exploration of this fifth transformative habit, I urge you to embrace persistence and faith not just as practices, but as fundamental aspects of your being. Let them infuse every thought, every action, every moment of your day. For when you persist in unwavering faith, you tap into the very source of creation itself. You become a conscious co-creator of your reality, capable of manifesting experiences and achievements beyond your wildest dreams. Are you ready to embrace the power of persistence and faith? Are you prepared to stand firm in your vision, regardless of appearances? Then let this be the moment you fully step into your role as the author of your own reality, persisting in faith until your deepest desires manifest in the world around you.